Boom! Welcome to Gaming Pop Podcast, episode number 5. We did it, dude. We're at 5 this time. We got a little special one for you. I think we came pretty prepared.
Yeah.
Charles really wants to talk about this WandaVision episode. It's like the biggest thing right now.
I'm hella excited. I really dug this one.
You did?
I really dug it. I really, really like this one. Yeah.
Personally, I didn't like it that much.
Why?
My biggest issue...
What is wrong with you?
Okay, it's a good episode. It's got cool visuals, but to me, it was a repeat of the chick's story. Like, we've already heard literally her story throughout all the Marvel movies and all this, and all of a sudden it's just like, all right, well, let's make it visual. This is kind of boring to me in that sense. It's like, especially the part when the bomb goes off, it's like sitting there and she goes, how long were you here for? I'm like, 2 days. 2 days. Okay, cool. Like, next part, we really know. The part on that was interesting, though, was when she was messing with the staff or whatever. The Mind Stone, how it came out of the scepter.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. I liked that part. But other than that, it was like, it's kind of the same thing. I've already seen all this. At least mentally.
Yeah, I hear you. I think I totally understand what you're saying, right? Because at the end of the day, this episode right here is what you would call a filler episode.
Definitely.
This is just exposition. It's explaining things that have already happened in the past week. So you're not moving the story forward at all with this episode. So the way that the last episode ended, you end with them meeting this cave. You think some stuff's about to go down, like they're about to fight or something. And then it starts, which I low-key called this last pod. I was like, I have a feeling they're either gonna. I have a feeling the next episode is gonna be a backstory episode. I was like, I think they're gonna try to tell Agnes' side and see what she's been doing the whole time. Which they told her part in the beginning for like 2 minutes, which was cool to see.
Yeah, her part
I thought
was
that was
crazy.
sick.
Yeah,
her becoming a witch and like seeing that whole thing happen was really good, dude. That's like honestly Marvel. I think that's like the beginning of them kind of getting a little dark, because I don't think we've seen some stuff like that before in this universe. And that's cool to see. Now they're getting into some very witchy craft stuff. Spells. I feel like there's a lot of stuff in there, just like little things. Because like even with when the episode starts and they're inside the dungeon, and the little things like with her casting spells was cool. Because I'm like, the only other person who does that is Doctor Strange. And
she knows what she's doing.
Exactly. She knows what she's doing. And I like her fascination with Wanda is just like, how did you do it? And she's like, how did you do it?
Yeah.
Like, tell me, how did you do it?
And it makes sense. It's like, that's why she does the whole replay. But it's like, it was cool, but it wasn't. Like, the part when she goes and sees Vision, it's like, okay, cool. This is definitely different. I haven't seen this. But at the same time, she doesn't leave with his body. So how does that work? Because she doesn't actually pick it up or anything.
No, she doesn't. Yeah,
she just like recreates it. That's weird.
Well, yeah, she recreates him within the show at the ending, and that's something that's very interesting. Is because when she's creating him, you see the yellow. You see the yellow. So it's not her power. So some people are like, is it an Infinity Stone? Like, is that she making somebody out of an Infinity Stone right now? Because it is a Mind Stone.
But they're all gone.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, it's a trip. It's a trip, dude. But I really enjoyed this episode, and dare I say it, bro, this might be my favorite episode.
It's not your favorite episode.
I think it might be my favorite episode.
The next one's gonna be your favorite episode.
Yes, we'll see.
Again, this one was okay. The only like real twist or like really exciting part was the ending. When they show, like, they make a second version of Vision.
Oh, yeah.
The all-white version. But other than that, it was like, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's nothing to die about.
That in itself is huge in itself.
Yeah,
bro.
I don't know what that dude is called or anything, but he looks like the Nega Vision is what I was calling him.
Hayward or some. I think that Hayward. And what's interesting about that, because you brought this up a couple episodes too, and you're like, I think that dude might be a Skrull. And like seeing, I was like, after you said that, bro, I'm like, especially in this episode, another thing, when Wanda goes into the facility to see him, why does he know that she can bring people back from the dead?
Yeah, that was weird.
Sketch. That was low-key a little sketchy. He's like, so you're just gonna grab his body and bury him? You're not gonna make him come alive again? And she's like, what? She's like, why would I do that? And he's just like, so you're telling me you're not gonna make him come alive again.
That's weird.
And that was weird because I'm like, that's a few things all in itself.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you? Who are you? Because nobody knows that. She doesn't even know she can bring somebody back to life.
Mm-hmm.
So who the hell are you? Because I don't think you can be in Skrull. Unless, I mean, you obviously could be a Skrull, but I'm like, what Skrull has that intelligence? Because she doesn't know she can bring people back to life.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, who are you? You have to be, I'm like, is this Doctor Strange just like kind of making you understand your powers?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it is. Or it just could be Mephisto.
Mm-hmm.
It could be Mephisto. It could totally be Mephisto.
That would be crazy.
You know?
Was the house that she built, was that so already like Vision had bought it or something like that? Because it says like,
yeah, this
is where we'll grow old or something like that.
Yeah, they bought that plot of land.
Okay.
So pretty much they bought the plot of the land, and they were gonna build a house together.
Okay, but here's what else confuses me: is at the very beginning of the first episode, homie goes, "There's no such place as Westville." He literally says that place doesn't exist.
Well, I mean, who?
And then she's pulling up on it, like the cop. Like when they first get there, the Agent Wu comes up, and there's literally two cops sitting there, and the one cop goes, "Yeah, we live in Eastview, but Westview doesn't exist."
Yeah,
and they just get in their car and leave.
No, she was controlling those cops.
Really?
Yeah, she was 100% controlling those cops.
Says who?
She had, because she can obviously manipulate people. Like just like when she went out of the ring,
they were outside of the dome.
She could still just. It's the same way to where she manipulated the people to point their guns at Homeboy. Okay. Like we all know she has the power to do it. Okay. And that's where Agnica. That's why Agnica is like the ending too, to where she's just like, she was like, you're the, when she finally says her name, she's like, you're the Scarlet Witch. Like, this is chaos magic. Mm-hmm. That's like, you could tell she's scared of you because she's like, how are you doing all this? She said autopilot magic. Mm-hmm. She's like freaked out. She's like, dude, you're the Scarlet Witch. Like, you have no idea how powerful you are because she can't even cast spells. And that's another cool thing. She's like, you don't know these runes? Like, when they're in the dungeon in the beginning, she's like, you don't know any of these runes? Or like, you don't know how to spells, nothing. Yeah. And that's why she's like, you have no idea how powerful you are, dude.
Yeah.
And that, oh my God, so good.
What I've heard is she's what they call like a nexus like being or whatever, which means she's a constant in all like realities. That's such a trip.
That is nuts to be a character that like, to where you can't change. Like, that's just you in all of them.
Exactly.
Because there's so many other characters that can be. Iron Man can be changed, Hulk can be changed, all these people can be changed. But for you to be one of the people who's like a constant, like you said, bro, that's crazy.
Yeah, that is a trip.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. I understand what you're saying, man, to where it's like, just didn't progress anything, man. Like,
yeah, I mean, that was a pretty good episode. I feel like there could have been a little bit more explored. But I mean, like I said, it was cool in parts, but it's just like we've already heard the story like 3 times.
With that, I agree. For somebody like us who's seen all these and knows all the backstories, and we don't even read the comics. We just like, we've seen all these we've been following them for like over a decade now.
Exactly.
And it's just like, I get it. We hear it. What they're doing right now with these shows. Yeah, it's for us. It is for us, but I think this is I don't think the episodes are honestly we're their target audience. I know that's crazy to say, right? I know that's crazy to say. It's like, what do you mean you're not their target audience? Like, of course you are.
Just trying to get everybody.
Of course you are. Almost. It's a reason why Disney made Disney Plus. We want to have what Netflix has. We want that constant income for the rest of your lives. You're gonna give us $10 every month. That's what we want. Yeah. So it's like, we're going to get Disney Plus out there. We're going to put all our mega movies, all our gems. It's Disney. So you got all that other stuff. Then they're like, all right, well, we need things to keep people in it. Let's start with these Star Wars shows. Let's start with these Marvel shows, because Marvel is a mega. It's the number one movie in the world.
And it's like,
they have so many records.
Besides those two, what else do they have?
Yeah.
I'm not watching Lady and the Tramp again. That
was
like when I was 7.
Yeah, no, you know? It's like, let me capitalize on this, right? And it's like, let me come out with these Marvel shows, and we're going to take these B characters like a WandaVision, who's somebody who has not been explored. She's not super huge as far as like mainstream love. So it's like, let's take these B characters and give them a TV show, flesh them out for the main audience. And that's exactly what they did with this show and with this episode in general, with showing her flashbacks, seeing her parents, seeing where the sitcom idea even comes from. It's like
it definitely helps.
I like that part. It hit me so much because just knowing his character for so long, but actually seeing it and seeing where this sitcom idea comes from. It's like, where does? It's nuts because the mom looks out the window and you see people are shooting in the street, and it's just they're trying to blank out the fucking trauma and where they live, and they're like, all right, we'll watch these sitcoms, learn some English, family time.
Yep.
And that's what's so awesome is seeing her face, and she's just happy as shit, even though the world outside is fucking. They live in a third world country. People are dying in the street right next to them, and she's just happy as shit with these sitcoms.
No, that's
and then her parents die, and then she still finds the TV and tries to use that as a calm, a calm. And I thought that was a beautiful, beautiful scene. And I think shit like that was important. I was like, that's really cool, but I get you. We're not moving the plot forward anywhere. Exactly. And it's like to leave off on that cliffhanger, especially with the end credit scene. No, we didn't see any Patrio again. We saw no Monica Rambeau. So it's like,
that's what I was waiting for.
It's like
that's literally what I was waiting for.
So
what a letdown. You were talking about Disney Plus, and it got me thinking of that Star Wars Bad Batch coming out.
Yeah.
Did you watch the Clone Wars, the animated series?
No.
Let me tell you, I don't think it's going to be very cool. I mean, Stormtroopers.
This one?
Yeah, the Bad Batch.
Okay.
It's going to be cool because it's a cool group of Stormtroopers. They're clones. They're basically a batch of dudes who, one of them's super strong, the other one's super smart, the other one's super precise. They each have their own little ability or whatever. But at the other end, it's just kind of can I get some more cool guys? I'm looking for some Jedis. I'm sick of the Mandalorian stuff. Especially season 2 was kind of season 2 was lame just because it felt like it was a trailer for every other TV show that they're making. They're making an Ahsoka.
No way.
They're making an Ahsoka. They're making a Boba Fett show, and they were gonna make that one chick who got fired. The Gina. She was gonna get her own show too. Yeah, literally all of them were plot episodes.
Yeah.
And it was even boringer episodes because they were the ones where it's just all right, I'm here, I'm ready to do my thing. Oh, I gotta help you to get what I need. All right, just every single little episode that exact way.
Yeah.
That
doesn't sound fun to watch, dude. That doesn't sound fun to watch.
It wasn't. It was cool. I mean, visually it's cool.
Yeah, beautiful.
You're just all right, cool. Star Wars. I like this area, but not that big a deal.
Yeah, I feel shit like that is shit like that in video games, because even in video games, shit like that can get tedious. Where it's oh, you got to do this before you move on to the next plot. It's oh, you got to go grab the fucking ladder. What?
Yeah.
Stuff like that can get tedious and annoying in video games. So to sit there and watch a show that comes out every week or something that's all right, I got to go do this, and then you do it, and then it ends or something like that.
Yeah.
Is come on, bro.
One of the episodes, he basically has to break into an Imperial place, take an old homie who used to work for the Imperial, get him there. They get this code or whatever just to find homie's ship. And once they get the code, it's just all right, cool, see you later. It's what was the whole episode for? I mean, it's cool. It's cool. You guys got shot up the whole place, but violence really isn't always necessary, I think.
So with the Bad Batch, so did you like Clone Wars?
I like Clone Wars a lot, especially the last season, and that's where they're at. They're in season 7. And basically their job is to bust in and get some information or something like that. But they're also a secret kind of group. Yeah. I think one of them gets kidnapped, and they figure out how to undo the chip that's in all the clones to make them follow Order 66.
Okay.
So that's kind of how that gets there.
That's sweet.
So those guys are cool, but at the same time it's let's see, I don't know. We'll see what comes of it. Yeah. We'll see. I shouldn't judge a book by a pre-cover.
Yeah. I think it's surprising that it's coming out this soon.
Yeah.
I was what? Out of nowhere.
I'm wondering what that Boba Fett's going to look like, too.
Hey, they're pushing these shows out quick.
I hope so.
They did The Mandalorian too fast.
I think so.
And season 1 came out, and then out of nowhere, it's all right, season 2's out. It's
done.
Bro, what?
Yeah.
Already? What?
Yep.
Okay.
I didn't even know.
So Disney's over there pumping it out, bro. They know they need the content.
They definitely do.
But they're hitting. Mandalorian's a hit. A hit. WandaVision's a hit. We'll see how this turns out. They got very smart people over there at Disney. So we'll see what happens with that.
All right, well, let's shift gears. I'm sick of talking about Disney. I'm trying to look at that music we were talking about.
Yes, sir.
Did you hear Roy Wood's new track? It's called.
Wait, is it like kind of the EDM one?
It's a little EDM. Okay. It's called Too Much.
Yeah.
I think I miss you too much. Yeah, it's a banger. That was one of my favorite ones. What'd you get this week?
So last night, Thursday, a lot of like shit drops at 9 p.m. Mm-hmm. We're West Coast, so we can listen to stuff at 9 p.m. I checked out this Bryson Tiller had a deluxe because everybody releases deluxe albums now. Mm-hmm. So I listened to Anniversary on my way over here, and he dropped 5 new tracks, and I listened to it. And I'm just like, Bryson, I don't know what happened to you, bro. I'm like listening to it, and I'm like, these are okay. I don't
think I've liked him ever.
Yeah, I'm like,
it's not that good.
Trap Soul. He had his first album, Trap Soul, right, and then that took him to like a mainstream person. And then ever since then, he hasn't been able to capture the magic.
I hear it.
I think he's dropped some cool songs since then for sure, because definitely got some catchy shit that I've heard outside of Trap Soul. Mm-hmm. But as far as like full on albums, I don't think he's good at making albums. I'm like, he's the type of dude who's just a single dude. Mm-hmm. Like, you need to work on a single and just release that. Like, don't get into album mode. Cause
I hear that.
Every time I listen to one of his albums, I'm like, bro, this just not sound good together. Mm-hmm. Like, all this just sounds all over the place.
You ever heard of Girl Ultra? That's one of my favorite chicks. I was just listening to this 2 Chainz track called Send Help Me God. That's so weird. Weird how they name stuff. But yeah, that's about all I've been listening to this week. And I heard the Sonic. I watched Sonic and I took the song from Sonic.
God, yeah.
It was a pretty bopper. It's got Wiz Khalifa in it. I liked it.
Wiz Khalifa's on a Sonic soundtrack, bro?
Yeah. God. Talking about getting rings and bouncing off of stuff. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good track. I like
getting rings, getting cheese. I've been listening to Wallows a little bit more. They just another deluxe album, and they dropped a couple. I think they dropped like 3 or 4 new tracks. I actually really like one of them. Quarterback, I thought was really fucking good. So that was definitely, I listened to that shit like 15 times when I first heard it. Really good. Wallows, for you who don't know, it's actually has a guy in there who's Clay from 13 Reasons Why. He's actually one of the band members. And really good band. Yeah, I saw them live before. My friend Miram put me on. And I was like, he was like, bro, we gotta go see him. He was like, the guy from 13 Reasons Why is in it. And I was like, what? That's like the only reason why he wanted to go see them too. He was like, no, it's Clay, let's go see him. And I was like, who the fuck is Wallows, bro? Like, what? Like, what? And then we went, and I was like, saw him for the first time, heard the music for the first time, and I really dug it, and I've been a fan since. But if you like alternative music, kind of like alternative rock, but not like hard rock, like, you know, poppy, alternative poppy rock. Okay. That's Wallows. Wallows is really cool. Check them out. And yeah, so their deluxe is called Remote EP. But yeah, I would say I've been listening to that, and then checked out that new Bryson. And
what did Bryson drop?
He dropped the deluxe, the anniversary.
Oh,
so yeah,
you said Bryson, and I for some reason thought Brent Faiyaz. I was not.
Oh, for real?
No.
No. I know Brent's working on something too, though. Brent's working. Brent's in a nice pocket. I think he's doing way better than what Bryson was doing.
Did you hear that Roy Woods and a whole bunch of other artists started up a cannabis thing? It's called Loop/Pool. Like Loop Pool. I don't know if it's in Canada or what, but yeah, that's what they're talking about. It looks pretty cool, but
what is it called?
Loop/Pool. Basically, just a whole bunch of artists like doing a cannabis thing. It's pretty dope, though. Have to look it up on your Insta. Roy Woods, all the other artists that are on there. I don't know exactly who.
Damn, that's it. Yeah, that's sick.
Jamming, huh?
Our Lady, Roy Woods, Blue Rodeo, Division's in it.
Division's a cool guy.
Division's in it. I really like Division's music. His last album he dropped was fucking fantastic too. Let me see. Division. What is that album called? That was a really good fucking album. People should definitely listen to that one.
I like that one Division song with Roy Woods. Is it Roy Woods? No, it's Majid Jordan. I keep saying that. Do you want to dance with me? That's a banger right there.
With who? Division?
I think it's Division. Is it not? Don't matter. We're looking too deep into this music thing anyway. Division.
Amuse in Her Feelings. That came out last year, but still really good album. Okay. Relax.
Now we're gonna get copyrighted. Way to go.
Yeah. All right, buddy.
Well, dope. That's cool. What'd you think of the PlayStation State of Play this week?
State of Play.
We're not gonna do a whole thing because we thought it was actually not that good. Honestly, it was kind of more of a letdown than the Nintendo one to me.
Really?
I think so.
I went into it not expecting much,
So
I was kind of like, I know, in my expectations were also lowered when they said it was going to be 30 minutes. So when I heard it was going to be 30 minutes, I was like, all right, they're probably not going to release anything big here.
Yep.
I was like, I'm just going to watch it, see what's up. And honestly, I wasn't me personally, I wasn't let down. I walked out of it being like, cool. I don't expect them to release anything big right now. PlayStation 5 is out, still selling. You can't find it. They have the Spider-Man Miles Morales. They have the Demon Souls. They don't need to announce anything right now. This is not, right now, with having a new console and with COVID affecting game development, I'm not expecting you to show me a shit ton of gameplay. I'm not going to lie. But what I really like Kena, Bridge of Spirits. That game looks gorgeous. It looks gorgeous, and it just looks like a fun time.
See, for me, it's like some of them games look like baby games. I'm pretty sure that was one of them.
Kena definitely looks like a baby. It looks like a baby.
It looks like a real. It's got. So I did see it's got some like cool graphics and some cool like story to it. I would guess.
Yeah.
Or action, but it's like still looks like a baby game. I am excited for that renewal. That one.
The Returnal?
Returnal. See, it looks like so many different other words to me. The Returnal looks cool because it looks like...
Returnal looks sick.
It looks like Metroid to me.
Yeah.
It reminds me of a really dope Metroid.
Like some alien-y, some spacey, very big space vibes.
Some new age
Some
Metroid.
aliens. That game is looking nice, bro.
I'm excited to see what that does.
And I think that Returnal, because they announced that last year, but I don't think it was only a cinematic trailer. I don't think they showed any gameplay last year. So this was the first gameplay that they've shown, and that's I was surprised. I was like, this looks good. Like out of just a surprise game to like no, it's no AAA, it's nothing like that. But it's like, hey, we got this game coming out in a couple months. Like check it out. That shit looked pretty good. I was like, okay. But yeah, I mean, it definitely made me be like, okay, I'm definitely gonna have to get a PlayStation 5 sometime this year.
Yep, I agree.
Sure.
There was one more that I wanted to talk about. Oh, God of War. They only put like a little thing on it. I don't know if you saw it. It was in the pre-show, and it basically just said Ragnarok is coming.
Okay, Ragnarok's coming.
That'll be dope. I think it'll be dope because I think Ragnarok in their terms is basically the end of the world. So I think that world's gonna end, and he's gonna go into another world.
Yeah.
Because homie was talking about putting him in like Egypt and all kinds of different like cultures.
Holy crap!
How crazy would it be if the next one is God of War in Egypt?
Yeah. Hey, that's a good ass theory though. That's a good theory because they still didn't really explain why he's in that Norse world besides the mom being
a Norse
lady. So I'm really excited for whatever they're doing with God of War. I did find it very interesting that they didn't mention God of War or Horizon Forbidden West at all during that stream, which when I was driving over here, I saw a tweet that said, rumor, Horizon is going to be delayed till 2022, which I'm not shocked at all. On our Gaming Pop Twitter, I said that. I was like, my thoughts for this direct. I was like, they're going to delay God of War for sure till next year. And then I was like, honestly, possibly they're going to delay Horizon Forbidden West too. Those are two big games, and it's like COVID messed up all the development of all these games, like big time. All these people went from working in a building to now having to do remote work and like still have to talk to people, and it's like I can only imagine how like weird that is to like make a game, because that's such a partner effort. Like you're talking to people like, all right, how does this shade look? How does this look? Blah 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 blah. So to do it all from your desk at your home where your other coworker is nowhere near you, I can see where that would be super hard to adjust to. But yeah, I could see those two games getting delayed. They're huge games. PlayStation has this expectation now to where they've set the bar themselves and they've hit it every single time. So I don't think they want to lower it. So delays good. Delays are good.
Well, let's hope they're good because, I mean, I'm trying to get some good games coming now. I definitely really am excited for that God of War. Like, that's going to be a sick one.
Yeah.
I think that'll be crazy. Homie Skill be throwing axes and coming back to his hand. That was like the coolest trick ever.
It's so clean, bro. That game was fantastic, bro. It's the second favorite game of all time. That game was fantastic, beautiful game. And they did it on PlayStation 4 hardware, bro. So I can only imagine what this next God of War is going to look like on this PlayStation 5.
That's crazy. What about Knockout City? Did you like that one?
Yeah, I saw that too. They had that in the little thing. So whoever their marketing team is doing the rounds because they were just on the Nintendo Direct. But
then they break it down more in this one, and I like that. I really like the move where you can, if you can't find a ball, you just turn yourself into a ball. That's such a cool little move. That's a funny little move.
Hop up in the air.
Yeah.
Knockout City. Like that. It was more of the same, and we both were on it. We were both digging it in the Nintendo Direct, and seeing more of it, I'm like, this looks solid. I mean, if it don't come out in $60, I'm not gonna buy it for $60. No but way. If it's a $20 game or free, I'm in. I can see that game being free, but at the same time,
kind of like a Fortnite. I think it'll be a little bit.
I think it costs because I think that game on like the Switch or something, all the little kids will buy that.
Oh, absolutely.
All the little kids will buy that game.
All right, I think this is the last game I got on my list is Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
That wasn't part of the PlayStation thing. That was just one that was talking about getting released.
Yeah. What? The game?
Yeah, didn't they have a new Mortal Kombat trailer?
That's for the movie.
Oh, you're right. I forgot all about that. Yeah. You're right. That looks even crazier.
Yeah, the Mortal Kombat trailer.
Yeah, that one actually looked good because I remember watching the OG one and it's like, what's going on here?
That was like in the 90s?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
That's where the song comes. Well,
and you watched it?
Oh, yeah. Not in the 90s. I mean, I've watched it a couple of times since I've gotten older, but it's a classic. It's a good little movie. That new one is going to be sweet just with all the like updated graphics and stuff. So I think it'll be slick. Looks like they got a better grasp on the story.
Yeah. I've never been big into... I've always enjoyed my time playing the Mortal Kombat games.
Can't do the combos, huh?
No, I suck at fighting
games. No, there's
bro.
no way to do those combos. I don't get how...
God.
What?
There's an art that goes into it.
Oh, yeah.
These fighting guys, dude, it's like, how are you doing all like? This is coming from a guy who can't even play Smash.
Exactly.
So I suck at Smash. So like, I there's no way I could do a Mortal Kombat or something.
For me, Smash, the only move that I know is back and B. The heck away from me. That's all I got. That's all I got.
Yeah. In the air. But the trailer was really good, dude. I had no expectation for it. Kind of came out of nowhere. Watched it, and I was like, you piqued my interest. I'm like, I'll definitely watch it. Definitely gonna watch it. And I think if I'm correct, that movie is gonna come out on HBO Max.
Really?
Yeah. So I think that's gonna be a part of because HBO Max is the streaming services for a month. They're gonna release all these movies on there first, and then take them off. Then you buy them. So I think Mortal Kombat's gonna premiere on HBO Max, dude.
That'll actually be pretty dope.
Yeah. And the Godzilla's coming up too, so there's some movies coming out pretty soon. Hopefully they all hit.
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, it's just gonna be crazy because it's like, are they gonna open back movie theaters? Because that would be dope to see Mortal Kombat in a theater. We finally be back in the scene.
That'd be pretty sick. Ooh, yeah, that'd be pretty fun.
That'd be a good day.
That'd be pretty fun.
That'd be
a pretty fun movie to go see.
That and Sherlock Holmes 3. I'm waiting for Sherlock Holmes. I know that's not really out there, but.
Let me check. I'm
waiting on you, Robert. Yeah, that Mortal Kombat, I think that'll be slick.
Yeah.
When does it say it's coming out?
April 16th.
Okay,
so
that'll be
April
bad.
16th. I wanted to check, because when you brought up the movie theaters, I wanted to check when Black Widow's coming out, which that's still supposed to come out in May. I know Marvel. I honestly think Marvel is going to be the big push to get these movies back to normal.
Yeah.
Because they want to keep all their money. They're money hungry people. We know this. There's a reason why they're so weird about talking about release dates and things like that. And I think this is a good sign, April 16th, because May's not too far off that.
Homies are talking about COVID's about to bounce back like next month. Homies are talking about we're about to be alive.
So I hope so. Goes. I need my job back. I'm struggling.
Get this, I had a job interview today over the phone, and tell me why I'm sitting there on my computer all day just like this, waiting for the video to start, and then I'm like, let me go check my emails real quick. The second email I got from this company, they literally said, we've already filled the position. And I was like, oh my gosh, I just wasted half my day sitting here thinking I was getting this interview.
Just waiting, you're like, all right, trying to prep for this.
I'm like reading their stuff like, okay, I can say I'm this kind of person and do all this. It's like, no, what a waste.
So annoying.
Jobs are so dumb, guys.
But hey,
anyway,
to kind of wind down a little bit, dude.
We're talking about that Pokemon.
That Pokemon.
That looks crazy.
Let me know how you're feeling.
Okay, King. I like that. The only thing that I'm hoping they do is polish it up a little bit because it does look a little dry. Yeah. It's crazy to me that it literally looks like Breath of the Wild. Yeah. And watching homie just throw a Pokeball, that's crazy.
Catch.
Literally just a complete 3D Pokemon game. Nothing around about it. Yeah. Nothing crazy. Crazier.
That piqued my interest. Did you also see that they're doing some remasters?
Of what?
Of some big ones that I had no clue. I honestly, when I hopped on Twitter, I just saw that one. Pokemon news. I just saw that one. That was the big one.
Oh, they're remastering more Pokemon games?
Yes. The Pokemon Diamond and Pearl are getting remakes for Nintendo Switch.
Crazy. Oh, those are the newer ones, though. Yeah. The DS ones.
Okay.
Those are some DS ones, which, not to knock them.
Mm-hmm. I was talking to some of the homies today too, because they were talking about these, and I was like, the only Pokemon game I ever played or remember playing was on my Game Boy and Game Boy SPs.
Pokemon Yellow.
Yeah, like I don't never played any Pokemon on the DS, only the ones on my Game Boys or SPs. Mm-hmm. And I had fun playing those. Those were fun. Those were fun times. But I've never been big into Pokemon. But this Breath of the Wild little clone.
I think it'll be cool.
It piques my interest.
I think it'll be definitely sick. I'm very interested in it.
So that's that for the little Pokemon news. I think.
Really.
I think we're kind of good. Let's wrap it up with some
some comments.
Some comments.
Our boy Cisco sent us a fat one.
Yes.
He basically says, "I haven't had time to catch up on the pods, bro, but I have had time to burn." Oh my gosh, you read it. I've had time to burn through all of them.
So shout out to Cisco. He said, so Jordan asked us, he was like, send us some comments, blah, blah, blah. So we definitely got some in. Cisco said, haven't had time to catch all the pods, but I had time to burn through all of them. I love what y'all are doing. I get hyped when you start nerding out and def feel like I'm in the room with you guys. We appreciate that. This is from us. We appreciate that.
Yeah, that's the goal. And, that's really the goal.
Yeah, that's what we want you guys to feel like, honestly.
We like the comments. We like the questions.
We want you guys to feel like you are here with us and you're being able to like laugh and shit and just go along. So what Cisco also said, he said, I'll be out in public and just laugh out loud listening to your stuff. He said, it's a wonderful escape and I'm happy to listen and be a part of your guys' world. Keep doing what you're doing. I love them. And I never had the most knowledge about video games, but when I listen to your pods, I have a bit more sense of education on them. Keep grinding. You guys will get there. That's all love, bro. Shout out to you, Cisco. Thank you for the love, man. And we're so glad you're enjoying it. And we understand people are busy, bro. So if you can't catch up or follow every week, but at the end, he took his time out to listen to him, and it was just like, it's super cool, bro.
We really appreciate it. Like that's what we're doing this for, is for y'all. Really, we want to have fun with it, but we also want y'all to like enjoy the heck out of it too.
Straight up.
But I think that's the cast, dude. And
show some love.
Doses.
Peace.